video, last day, Tunisia playing. More questions asked by you coming at you in today's daily vlog. Asked on Twitter, Facebook. Let's see what you've got for us today. I always like these videos. You do come up with some good questions. Should be a fun day, last day of playing. Let's get out there.
Ryan Little.
Got a question for you, coach.
Yes?
Why coach
Why coach?
switched back to his normal driver length shaft? Because you used to have a 3-wood shaft in your driver.
Well, it's not, it's 44.5, so it's the shorter version of the driver version. I don't have an answer actually.
I don't understand what you've just said.
So normal length is 45.5.
What's in there now?
They do half inch shorter, 44.5, but you've got to change the weight at the back.
Yeah, I still don't know what you're saying. What is in there now?
44.5.
And what was in there?
3-wood.
It was a 3-wood.
43.
Yeah. So you've got a shorter length driver shaft.
Yes.
You found that it's made because you obviously did your the infamous 3-hour practice.
Yeah, I did everything in that 3 hours.
Where you just worked out what the world had
But there
to
was a
offer.
bit of extra speed there, whereas last time I tested there wasn't any difference.
Okay.
So whether that's the different swing thoughts, now applying different forces and more speed, plus the extra length.
It was definitely safe to say, I would say, that the 3-wood length shaft didn't really do anything for your accuracy, did it?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You were just all over the shop with that.
Thanks.
So why would you not, but why give anything away in distance if you're equally as offline,
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
say.
Because I'm going to be gaining in the end when I'm hitting good ones,
Which we're seeing now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because you're back to being longer than me.
Yeah.
I would argue even in your driver that you're hitting now, I reckon with your 3-wood shaft you might be still only just past me.
Yeah.
So it's a good change. When I tested longer and shorter shafts as well, I saw differences in and
Angle of attack.
yeah, I was more up when I went longer, and when I went shorter I was more down.
I always struggle to get the old angle of attack up, but
yeah, but
I
that's
have thoughts to do it.
so the longer shaft, if that does have any effect, is only a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good drive here as well, coach.
Long balls,
Oh.
knuckle balls,
Not-
rogue balls.
Got another question for you, Matt.
Yeah, go on then.
Thoughts on Jason Day and Steve Stricker's style dead hands chipping and pitching, please. Hashtag ask AGG. Thoughts?
They're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah,
So
works for
why
them,
not?
definitely.
Yeah. Whatever, find a technique and go from there. If you've got a bad shot that you continuously being bad at, try and find a technique that works for that. So in the sun, can I move a bit?
No, get back there.
Squint in. Oh, it's like this. Oh.
So show me dead hand chipping. How would you do a Jason Day, Steve Stricker idea?
They even look like they do this.
Yeah,
A bit.
yeah.
They're like this.
What might that be doing to low point?
Having a big low point.
Landing the
big
plane.
margin for error.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is nice, and I like that.
So for lots of amateurs, so I presume it's an amateur asking the question, kind of makes some sense, does it not?
Totally, yeah. I always try and push people towards the lower arc, basically.
Yeah.
Just to help margin for error when you're doing short game.
Stop the crashes.
Like bodies and engine stuff, we laugh and joke about it, but
Yeah.
if you want to call it, it's kind of dead hand thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you dead hands and you're not using your body, then you
Yeah.
will stub. You've got to
Yeah.
get that body going. I mean, I remember seeing Day at the Masters around the back of the second, the par 5 green.
Yeah.
Practice day, he was around because it's like obviously really quick and runs away.
You've been to the Masters, have you?
Oh, for 4 times I think. You been, Davey?
Not yet.
Oh God! In that shirt, and they've not let you go to the Masters.
I know, it's lovely, isn't it?
No way.
Sold a load of packages there as well.
That's Davey, works for YouGolfTravel, everyone, because this Steve hasn't met you yet, Davey, but that's Davey, and he's not normally that bright. I don't know why he's done that today, but there you
Got
go.
a Masters chair?
I've got one, yeah.
Yeah, I got
In
one.
the shed, isn't it?
You got one, Davey?
No, I'll get one. It'll be there, don't worry.
You got a signed Masters flag from the winner in 2017?
Is that Garcia?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah,
You not got that, Davey?
Well.
It is lovely. Rose as well.
Playoff one, yeah.
Did you not get one of them?
No.
Oh. So anyway, I saw him at the back of the second.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a really tough chip, and he had no problem, you know, he's twisting loft on, doing the action. He was then going like front of the green, running up, kind of twisting loft off, same action.
Yeah, yeah.
He was able to do whatever he needed with the action.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do.
So he wasn't really changing his amount of wrist, or like his body rotation, wrist, head, wrist looked the same.
He's literally setting up whatever loft he wants.
Yeah.
And then doing the same thing once he's there.
And then landing the plane the same way almost.
Yeah.
So we quite like it, I would
like
say.
it,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't like give it to someone who chips well in another style. So again, not one.
Find the way that works for you, isn't it?
Absolutely cool. Tunisia's in the way. Stay there, Matt. Let's just zoom through you with Tunisia's in the background. That is, oh my god, that is such a pretty. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's seen that.
Question for Coach, myself and Davey, YouGolfTravel Davey. Hello Davey. You'll see Davey in videos coming soon. Not sure if Rory's got a job anymore, but there we go, we've got Davey now.
Rory is now Davey.
Here's the future of amateur golf in 9-hole comps. I can't see young players wanting to spend 4 or 5 hours playing 18 holes every weekend. Matthew.
I don't see the second bit as true, because I was young and I spent 10 hours at the golf course every day.
Okay.
Like, if you do it something you enjoy, you spend time doing it, don't you? And if you want to get better, you spend time doing it. So I don't think that's right. I think that 9-hole comps for maybe people working all week and families is a good idea, because that's maybe 18, 20 to 35, 40, definitely a lower market at the moment, isn't it? So trying to help that area. If it's 9-hole comps, yeah, why not? But the second bit of the tweet I don't see as a problem.
Yeah, I think something like that is good for participation. For
Hang on a second, David. Just pop out, because you all I've got is your window there. You see, go on.
So yeah, I think it's good for participation. Obviously, as Matt said, time is valuable, and for those that have families, yeah. But I was the same as Matt. You get dropped down the golf club of a morning, spend all day there, you know, play as many holes as you can before it's dark. I don't see 9-hole comps being the future. No, definitely not.
So my response then, I got some questions for the questioner and you guys, which I think people just maybe forget. So you both talk about being dropped and playing a lot, which I did the same. Agreed. But when I started, so got me going, it was junior Monday night evenings, was 9 holes. It was a 9-hole comp. It's not the future, it's already happening.
Yeah.
Then my next question, so I agree it's good, but to suggest it hasn't already happened is a little, I don't think that, obviously they don't mean to patronise, but like 9-hole, Fanula, we do 9 holes, I do for 9, Fanula doesn't want to play 18. It's a long way to carry her clubs at 13. Like, it's a long way, walks, and the weather's not always great. 9 holes is generally enough for both of us, until she chooses to play more and wants to really like commit. The other thing as well is that there are a lot of people who don't, like, I would say there's more people not playing in comps than there are playing in comps.
There's what? More people not playing in comps than there are.
There's more recreational golfers than there are competition golfers, and I think sometimes golf severely forgets this. It wants to only constantly talk about the vacuum within, and it doesn't care about the surplus outside, and it often doesn't even know that it's there, which makes it feel not welcome. It's that kind of thing. When you go to golf clubs, you're not wearing the right thing, you're outside of the vacuum. I think golf constantly wants to forget about that. The people who do want to do 9 and 18 holes or 18 holes, like we were in. You didn't have to sell it to us. You'd won.
Yeah.
It's maybe the people who are doing 9
outside, yeah.
Like, let's all doing 12 or 13. Like, it's not the future. They're already doing it. It's just no one's acknowledging that they are doing that and want that possibly. What do you reckon? I mean, more recreational golfers than club members? Got to be.
Yeah, 100%. I used to work at golf clubs, public golf clubs. Had good memberships, but you'd only have maybe 20 turn up for a competition on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And you'd have 40 of them going out before and after the comp.
The future isn't comps, unfortunately. The future isn't the Open. Like everyone says, it wants it like the Open grow the game. I see tweets around when they did something for like that kid they did on Twitter, which is great. That's not growing the game. That kid loves golf.
Yeah.
He loves it. He's got his bedroom done in a golf.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's not growing anything. What about the 20,000 million kids who can't get an opportunity to even get to a golf course because they live in an area where you've got to be mega rich, or that they don't have junior members or what have you? Golf just, I think, sometimes gets vacuumed and doesn't ever want to look outside of it. So it's a good question, and I agree with your responses. I think the ones who want to take it up will.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But for the many where, like Milo and Fanula, 9 holes, that's all they want, and that's all I will let them do unless they choose to do more. I think it's already happening. Are we done?
Nice. Good chat.
So grading systems for coaches is not really, there isn't one. Magazines have tried to do it, but they tend to just include their friends. They don't really keep up to date. They're shocking, in my opinion. The PGA have tried to do it. They've got their professional, master professionals and things like that. But again, I could show you master professionals plenty that I would never send anyone for a lesson to, in my opinion. You're going to have to really use word of mouth, friends who've had success. Coaching is such about a personal relationship with the person who's trying to help you. For me as well, it's about really good knowledge. It's about coaching hours, how long they've taught for, what kind of people they teach, kind of different standards, all those kind of things as well. But you can find good and bad in all those genres as well. If at the end of the day a coach is making you hit better shots, they're making you play better, or they're making you play more, they're making you enjoy it more, any of those things, then that coach is possibly doing a good job. For me, I would steer clear of the ones who aren't doing it as their job. So ones who are doing 7 other jobs at the same time. That's one of the biggest problems with the PGA. You know, you've got your club pros, club pro, you've got to go to committee meetings, they've got to sell in the shop, they've got custom fit, they're going to do a bit of teaching as well. But then on the flip side to that, there's plenty of good ones of those. So there isn't really a dead fast kind of grading system, and it would be almost impossible to implement as well, because I think it would miss so many good coaches. Best thing for you really is just to talk to your friends and speak to people who have had lessons, get word of mouth, and try if you can find one that you really connect with, who's going to make you enjoy it more as well as learn, because that's as important as just getting great factual information. Good question. Well, there you go, that's our trip in Tunisia done. Heading home today. Thank you, Tunisia, you have been fantastic. Thanks for all your questions as always. Post comments down below, let us know what your answers are, what your ideas are. Is 9 holes the saviour of golf? Let us know down there. As always, see you next week. Monday I've got me. No, I haven't actually. No, I'm back on Monday. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I've got meetings. So anyway, see you next week. Time to fly home.
And he's seeing that in his head. Oh, he's seen that.